Brenton, you've ridden Fun and Glory before. It's been a while, but it looks to be a good time to get back on him.
Yeah, he raced well for me when I rode him. Hasn't seen the Valley much in his career, but a couple of times he's run okay there, in Class 3 too. So he's at a mark at the moment where I think he can run well, and looking forward to getting back on him.
You went on him first up, but it was a pretty tough run. He did a lot of work and still stuck on for fourth.
Yeah, look, he rode the speed, wasn't beaten far. Competitive race. The horse that won the race come out and wasn't beaten far in a Class 3 on the weekend. So, yeah, I think he's a nice ride for the Valley there on Wednesday night.
Looking at him, as you said, it's been a while since you rode him. He has been to the Valley. Is he a straightforward sort of horse to ride? The Valley won't be any problem going back there? Yeah,
I think it'll be okay. Look, he's quite a mature sort of horse now, so I think he'll handle it fine. Gate's a little awkward, but if he can sort of muster some speed and put himself not far away, then he'll give himself every chance.
You and Tony Cruz combined on the weekend. That was a tough effort by California Totality.
Yeah, he did a good job. He's a horse that I've ridden a fair bit, had a lot of luck with him, and he just loves to ride the speed, and he keeps grinding away. So I've got no doubt he'll go further, and yeah, obviously I have a lot of luck with Tony as well, and he's a big supporter of mine. So it's always nice to ride a winner for Tony.
Mark, Tactical Command, that trip to Class 5 seems to have really made this horse.
Yeah, look, his form's been really solid, probably his last 6 starts. Unfortunately, keeps climbing up in weight, and his rating's gone up without winning, but he's been racing very consistently. Unfortunately, he's come up with a bad gate again. So, look, Alexi gets on really well with him, and he's given him some good rides. We've just fallen a little bit short, and a lot of that's been due to the barriers.
Is he a horse he took a little while for you to figure out? Because once you've figured him out, he seems to be holding his form well.
Yeah, look, and I think it was just maturity. He was very nervous type of horse that lived, hard to keep condition on and work him. And it took me a long time to be able to put the blinkers on him with confidence. And since we did that, his form improved no end. And look, I think he's still got improvement to come, and he's holding his weight now, and he's able to sort of work to a level where, you can run him more regularly and run consistently. So, look, his turn's not far off. He's just going to need a bit of luck from gate 11.
David, Red Majesty, the off-season must have served this old boy really well.
Yeah, he's just racing at career best. He's gone from 24 rating up to where he is, but I think his last run was his career best rating in my book anyway.
It was 1,800 metres to which he'd struggled at, so you must be confident going back to that distance again this week.
Yeah, I thought so. Head up, head down, I actually thought he won. So there's no reason why he hasn't held his form.
He's even getting better in Class 3. His form now in Class 3 is as good as it's ever been.
Yeah, it is. And look, if he gets the same run, he'll be mighty hard to beat.
You've got Keith Young on board. He knows the horse well, and Keith's in good form too.
Yeah, Keith's in very good form, and actually before the race last start he was very confident he could win, and he nearly did. So there was a bit of a question mark about as an older horse he's an outstanding Class 4 horse, but he is doing it in 3. He proved it last week.
10-day turnaround for him. You've been happy with his work since that last run?
Yes, I haven't done much with him. We just sort of ticked along, and he's in great shape.
One last question on him. Sometimes you'll come into the yard, he'll kick and carry on like a young horse. Has he just got a split personality?
Yeah, look, you can go in and check him on a bad day and he'll bite you. He's been in Hong Kong a long time now, as long as me. He arrived with me, and he took a while to adjust, but once he's adjusted, he's been a very consistent horse if you take his first 12 runs off him, and from about the 12th run in, he came good.
Mark, full credit, a much better horse than what we saw from him first up.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, he was disappointing first up, but I wasn't completely happy with him going into that race. He was a little light in condition, and since then he's trialled well a couple of times, and he's put some nice condition on. So I'm happier with him going into this race, and he's come up with gate 1.
Were you always going to trial him twice after that performance, or just once ideally?
Well, he missed out on a run, so we needed to trial him again. He was first reserve going back to the Sunday meeting at Happy Valley, so just wanted to keep him up to the mark for this race, and he's going in there in really good shape.
First look at Happy Valley, looked to handle it well in that trial.
Yeah, and look, he's a good on-speed horse. It's well balanced, so I think he'd get round there no problem.
Big weight, 135 pounds. He hasn't carried that before. Does he look the sort of horse that can cope with a big weight?
Yeah, he's a big, strong horse. I haven't got too many worries with that. And Lyle gets on with him well. He should get a good run. He'd be out there to hold the front from gate one. But I think he's versatile enough if anything changes in that first furlong.
My wish on the weekend, bit of a hairy moment at the start, but a great catch by Luke and an even better win.
Yeah, Luke was committed to hanging on. I think, we went into that race fairly confident that he could win, but I had my head in my hands there when he broke through the front, and luckily enough, Luke held on to him and, they got the job done.
Lyle, that first up run of Yellowfin out of character, do we just turn the page and go again?
Yeah, I think you'd have to. Obviously, he had trialled nicely going into it, but a horse like him, we never expect him to have a blue day, and unfortunately he did. But he pulled up afterwards, and there were a few things to work on. So there were excuses, and best to put a line through it and look at what he's done in the past, and if he can repeat that, then we end with a chance.
He's a horse with an amazing record. He's only missed a top 4 spot 3 times in 25 starts. Not many do that.
Yeah, it's incredible, and especially considering that he's done it on different surfaces, different tracks and different distances. So been very versatile, very consistent, and not much more you can ask for as a jockey and an owner and a trainer.
Going into the race this week, there's not quite the speed there was last time, so similar sort of tactics if you can?
Yeah, look, I think we also got to make sure that we do right by the horse and make sure he gets a bit of confidence after a disappointing run last time. So of course we'd like to go forward and possibly lead the whole way, but we also don't want to burn the candle at both ends. So if it means getting a trail from one, we know it's still effective, and we'll have to assess it on the day.